The anticipation surrounding the rematch between Gervonta "Tank" Davis and Lamont Roach is palpable, with fans and analysts alike buzzing about the potential for an even more electrifying encounter than their first bout. The initial fight, which ended in a controversial draw, left both fighters with something to prove, and the stakes, both emotional and competitive, are higher than ever. Davis, a knockout artist with a reputation for dominance, felt robbed of a victory he believed he deserved, while Roach, the determined underdog, is fueled by the confidence gained from holding his own against one of boxing's biggest stars. This rematch promises to be a clash of wills, skill, and raw determination, with both fighters eager to settle the score and cement their legacies. The first fight between Davis and Roach was not the action-packed spectacle some expected. According to CompuBox statistics, neither fighter threw a high volume of punches, and the bout lacked the explosive moments that typically define Davis's performances. The most memorable moment came when Davis suffered a knee injury, which Roach and his supporters claim was caused by a powerful punch. Davis, however, attributed the injury to external factors, even suggesting that grease in his hair may have played a role, an excuse that drew comparisons to Amanda Serrano's similar claim in a different fight. Despite the lack of fireworks, the fight's controversial ending and the unanswered questions it left behind have set the stage for a rematch that many believe could outshine the original. Davis, known for his devastating power and precision, is approaching this rematch with a renewed sense of purpose. In the first fight, some observers noted that he seemed overconfident, perhaps distracted by the personal history he shares with Roach. Both fighters hail from the same region and have known each other since their amateur days, which added a layer of familiarity that may have affected Davis's focus. This time, however, Davis appears to be in a different mindset. During their tense stare-down, he exuded confidence, dismissing Roach's punching power while acknowledging his opponent's familiarity from their previous encounter. Davis's words were measured but intense. "I'm ready, man. The talking is over. His time is now." His training camp has been rigorous, with a focus on strength, speed, and tactical adjustments to address any weaknesses exposed in the first fight. Davis is driven by a desire to silence his critics and reassert his dominance in the lightweight division, and he understands that a decisive victory is crucial to maintaining his status as one of boxing's elite. Roach, on the other hand, is entering the rematch with a newfound confidence. The first fight proved that he belongs in the ring with a fighter of Davis's caliber, and he's determined to show that his performance was no fluke. Roach's training camp is characterized by discipline and precision, with every session aimed at sharpening his physical and technical skills. Footage of Roach in the gym shows him throwing punches with blistering speed, his movements crisp and purposeful. His father and trainer have emphasized that Roach is treating this fight as a fresh challenge, refusing to rely on his past performance or underestimate Davis's abilities. Roach's mindset reflects a maturity and respect for his opponent, as he acknowledges Davis's high boxing IQ, speed, and power. In an interview, Roach stated, "I fought the best Gervonta that night, but I know he might have more gears. He's a hell of a fighter, and I'm not taking anything for granted." This grounded approach underscores Roach's determination to leave no stone unturned in his preparation. The narrative surrounding this rematch is enriched by the contrasting motivations of the two fighters. For Davis, the fight is about redemption and reclaiming his place at the top of the sport. The draw in their first encounter was a rare blemish on his record, and he's acutely aware that another lackluster performance could damage his reputation. Some, including analyst Keshan Davis, have suggested that Gervonta may be losing his passion for boxing, a claim that adds intrigue to his preparation. If true, this could impact his energy and focus in the ring, giving Roach an opportunity to capitalize. However, those close to Davis insist that the criticism has only fueled his determination. They describe a fighter who is quieter and more focused than usual, a stark contrast to the flashy, outspoken persona he often displays. This shift in demeanor has led some to predict a different Tank in the rematch, one who fights with a ruthless intensity reminiscent of his early days under Floyd Mayweather's mentorship. Roach, meanwhile, is driven by a hunger to establish his legacy. As the underdog, he thrives on proving doubters wrong, and the opportunity to defeat a fighter of Davis's stature would be a defining moment in his career. Roach's goal is not just to win but to do so decisively, ideally with a knockout that would silence any debate about his place among boxing's elite. His training reflects this ambition, with grueling sessions designed to hone every aspect of his game. Roach's family and team have been vocal about the mutual respect between the fighters, noting that Davis approached the first fight with caution, aware of Roach's potential to upset his undefeated record. This dynamic, combined with the external pressures of the boxing industry, ensured that the first fight went ahead, and the result, a draw, has only heightened the anticipation for the rematch. The rivalry between Davis and Roach draws parallels to historic boxing matchups, most notably Evander Holyfield's battles with Mike Tyson. Like Tyson, Davis was seen as an indestructible force, a knockout machine whose aura intimidated opponents before the bell even rang. Roach, in the role of Holyfield, proved to be a resilient and tactical challenger, weathering Davis's power and landing clean shots of his own. Just as Holyfield's ability to endure Tyson's punches shocked the world, Roach's performance challenged the narrative of Davis as an unbeatable destroyer. The comparison adds a layer of drama to the rematch, with fans wondering whether Roach, like Holyfield, has found the formula to frustrate and outthink his opponent. The fact that the two fighters have known each other since childhood only deepens the intrigue, as Roach's familiarity with Davis may give him a unique edge that other opponents lack. Public opinion is divided on the outcome of the rematch. Some believe that Davis, stung by the draw and the criticism that followed, will come out with a point to prove, delivering the kind of dominant performance that has defined his career. Others argue that Roach's confidence and improved preparation make him a legitimate threat to pull off the upset. Social media posts on X reflect this split, with some users predicting a knockout win for Davis, citing his devastating power and ability to turn out the lights with a single punch, as seen in his fight against Frank Martin. Others point to Roach's speed, timing, and defensive skills, arguing that his performance in the first fight showed he can hang with Davis. One user wrote, "Lamont Roach is too skilled to be slept on. Tank better be ready, or he's getting dropped." Another countered, "Tank wasn't himself last time. This time, he's coming for blood. Good luck to Roach." The respect Roach has earned from peers and commentators further underscores his credibility as a challenger. Shakur Stevenson, a fellow elite boxer, has praised Roach's all-around skill set, noting his timing and defensive prowess. Joe Rogan, a prominent combat sports commentator, has expressed excitement for the rematch, calling it a high-stakes war that could steal the show in 2025. This level of attention has elevated the fight beyond a routine matchup, framing it as a pivotal moment in both fighters' careers. For Roach, a victory would not only solidify his status but also open doors to bigger opportunities, while for Davis, it's a chance to reaffirm his dominance and quiet the doubters. Behind the scenes, the fighters' camps have added fuel to the narrative. Roach's father revealed that Davis's team was initially hesitant about the first fight, recognizing the risk Roach posed. Despite this, the boxing industry's demand for high-profile matchups pushed the fight forward, resulting in a bout that lived up to its billing as a competitive and controversial affair. Both camps are now fully committed to the rematch, with Roach's team emphasizing his growth and Davis's team highlighting his renewed focus. The media workouts have provided glimpses of the fighters' preparations, with Roach's custom gear and planned walkout with a rapper adding a touch of flair to his approach. Davis, meanwhile, has kept a lower profile, letting his actions in the gym speak for themselves. As the fight draws closer, the question remains, who will emerge victorious? Davis's power and accuracy make him a formidable opponent, but his mental state and preparation will be critical. If he can channel the intensity of his early career, he has the tools to overwhelm Roach. However, Roach's speed, confidence, and tactical acumen make him a dangerous foe, especially if he can exploit any lapses in Davis's focus. The rematch is a test of both fighters' ability to adapt and evolve, and the outcome will hinge on who can execute their game plan under pressure. For fans, the rematch represents more than just a boxing match. It's a story of redemption, resilience, and rivalry. The personal history between Davis and Roach, combined with the high stakes and contrasting styles, makes this a must-watch event. Whether it's Davis landing a fight-ending blow or Roach pulling off a historic upset, the rematch is poised to deliver the kind of drama and excitement that defines boxing at its best. As Roach's father put it, "Put your seat belts on. Part 2 is going to be epic."